Hey, Aaron here with Road to Redemption. So this is my vlog. This is where I'm documenting my path back to running a marathon. And kind of my focus on this run while I was on a family vacation out in Birmingham, Alabama. I was thinking a lot about how marathons are, they're unforgiving, right? The marathon, you know, it requires you to adhere to a certain schedule to get to your miles, and it doesn't care why, right? It doesn't care that you're in a foreign environment. It doesn't care that it's raining. It doesn't care that you haven't ran on a treadmill this year. It doesn't care about any of your excuses. You owe that marathon your miles, and you owe them weekly, and there's no way around that. It's relentless, and that's kind of the beauty of it, is it allows you to kind of dive in and say, hey, it doesn't matter what happens today. It doesn't matter if I have to work late. It doesn't matter if my bones are a little bit sore. It doesn't matter if my dogs woke me up early and I didn't get the right amount of sleep. It doesn't matter if I had a hard day at work. It doesn't matter if I'm mentally exhausted. None of these things matter. The only thing that matters is that marathon. And you owe it those miles. And you've got to give it no matter what. That's how I've always approached marathon training. And I think that's why I've never had a do not finish. You add on top of that the fact that I'm a dumb jarhead. In my mind, I'm still that Marine, right? I'm still that infantry Marine, and that infantry Marine, as stupid as it may sound, that infantry Marine would rather die out on that course than quit. And I've ran in extraordinary amounts of pain, and I was able to push through that. And the reason I was able to push through that is because I have that mindset. Now, I don't recommend that for everyone. But I don't want to get too far off track here. So, as interesting as it is to me that I'm out here in this foreign environment and I'm doing these things that, that I hardly have time for, right? I'm on a time schedule. My wife is kind of pushing on the ends of that schedule and, making sure that I'm there to meet these family commitments. But, I've got one other commitment, and the commitment is to that marathon. And I intend to honor that commitment as just as much as I intend to honor my family commitments. And so that was a lot of what this trip was about. And I was able to, I kind of broke through, and I had a PR, to be honest with you, for this training session. And that's the interesting thing. You put yourself in these positions, and up until that point, I hadn't ran 3 miles. Up until that point, I hadn't ran 3 miles that fast in, probably 2 or 3 years. And here I am. I'm on vacation. I'm, a little bit sleep deprived. I'm not in my normal environment. And yet, because I wake up and push myself, I get the reward, right? I get the reward, although the marathon is unrelenting, there's a reward at the end of it. When I pay my dues, the marathon gives back to me, right? That training cycle. And I think of it as a relationship like that. And I love these moments. There's moments here where it's pure bliss for me. And it reignites my love of running and reminds me of why I do what I do. And even though I'm doing it in very small increments right now, I'm still feeling that payoff, and I'm giving the marathon what I owe her, and she's giving back to me, and it's a beautiful symbiotic relationship. So that's it for this run vlog. Have a watch and let me know what you think. And as always, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for further content. Y'all be cool.
I love the meditation aspect of running, where Start to zoom in on those little suns on the wall. They make me blur. Doing hard things. Just the theme today. When you don't feel like running, the marathon doesn't care. When you're sore, when you ate too much last night, or you were up late, or you didn't get enough sleep. You need to work on all those things, but the marathon doesn't care. You still gotta train. You still gotta put in your miles. She's unforgiving. You gotta put those miles in. I'm on vacation. I gotta go to a wedding today. Everything in the world. There's a reason why I shouldn't be here. But I make time, and I'm here because this is what's important to me. The other stuff is too. But this is where I make it happen. So there it is. 3 miles ran. And I did it at a fast pace today, faster than normal for me. 2 of the miles were ran at 11:30 pace, which I'm a very slow runner, so that to me is fast. But I'm out here on vacation for a family wedding and still finding a way to make it happen. I think yesterday I had a total of like over 7 miles in, which felt great. 2 running and 5 and probably a half walking. But and 3 of those were hiking up and down hills. So, the marathon it's relentless. And to pursue one, you've kind of got to become obsessive. And I'm good at that. It's one of my skill sets, like being obsessive about my running. And so, out here in Alabama, trying not to be injured, trying to still get in my miles, running in a different environment, and it feels good. Today, I got 3 miles ran and 1 mile walked. And it's time to go get some breakfast before this wedding. Y'all be cool. 4 miles. Wah, wah, wah.